Hey there, YouTube. My name is Grindhead Jim. Welcome to the first episode of Drunk Destiny News, where I talk about Destiny news, and I happen to have had a few drinks. So here we go. This week, Rise of Iron, really big shit, apparently, because Rise of Iron is important. I mean, shit, it's Rise of Iron. It's when your iron rises. It's like yeast, but well, no, because you don't get an infection from it. It's not gross, and it doesn't stop you from having sex. However, Destiny might stop you from having sex unless your partner's a Guardian or a Guardian sympathizer. Those are out there. I've been to the tower. You can verify it. It's a fact. Look at Twitter. Hashtag. Who gives a shit? I don't know. Destiny this week, though, with the Rise of Iron news, that Game Informer was like, look at this shit. Blew their load all over the internet. Ha ha ha. Scoop, bitch. That's what the press used to have when it was an exclusive. They used to call it, why is my HUD disabled? They didn't call it that, but why is my HUD disabled? Oh, yeah, because I was in a tower and I thought I was being artsy. Now, they'll stay alert. Fuck off, Ghost. I'm telling the news. Give me a fucking break. Jesus Christ, Nolan bot. So anyway, tons of stuff about Rise of Iron came out this week, as I keep saying. And it's good stuff. It's an info dump. It's like a giant information shit. But if the shit were not stinky, or okay, it's nothing like an information dump. More like dumping gravy on your French fries when you haven't had gravy in years, and suddenly you realize, oh my god, I love gravy. That's pretty much what this was, but for Destiny news. Because there hasn't, let's face it, guys, for those of us that are really big fans, there hasn't been if you're watching, you'll get that. There hasn't been any like really off the wall Destiny news in a long time, and Game Informer and Bungie both kind of knew this, and let's face it, they ran with the puck, did a great job, and basically told us, hey guys, yo, check us out, new strike, it's gonna be different than anything else out there. The theme is collision, which, as a developer said, is shit hitting other shit, hitting shit with other shit, which I thought was great. So, Destiny is now a game about cobrophilia, which, okay, fucking shit. All right, that's cool, fine. But that tells me it's more of a Titan kind of strike, where Titans are the king or queen, if you will, and because you look at Crota's End, it was very much a hunter-based strike, even though it wasn't necessarily intended to be. It worked out that way. I would argue that Vaulted Glass was easily the Warlock's spotlight, if for nothing other than, you know, Sunsinger resurrection capabilities. And King's Fall was who can stand still the longest while shooting stuff at the highest rate of fire and impact combined. So it begs the question: when is the Titan-centric strike coming out? And I would say, without a doubt, it's going to be this one, because it's collision. Because when I think things hitting other things, I don't think hunters or warlocks. Not that their melees are by any stretch of the imagination bad; they're just not really designed for that. That's not their thing, not their stuff. So I'm definitely curious to see what comes of that. You know, that being said, I mean, we're looking at a ton of other shit with Rise of Iron. I mean, we've got new exotics coming out, old exotics coming back, Thorn, the whole internet, oh my god, Thorn's coming back. Fuck off. I don't give a fuck about Thorn. I don't care. Look, I don't care what weapon you use. If you use that weapon with any degree of skill, and yes, Thorn can be used with skill, and you kill me, I'm okay with it. It's the folks that use something cheaply, whether it's a grenade or a thorn. I don't give a fuck. Whatever weapon you're using, you can use it to great effect or great cheapness. That's just how the game works. And if you're not that good at the game, it's okay to admit that to yourself and not blame the meta or whatever the fuck. For a long time, shotguns were the enemy. Well, now shotguns are supposedly balanced, and people still bitch about it. Why? Because you can't be bothered to look in front of your face. If there's a shotgun barrel there, duck. Bitch, I don't know. I will say that the people that are good, that got good, if you'll pardon the internet meme, it's harder for me to kill people with a shotgun now, in general. So when I get a kill, I feel accomplished. Not that that's like some measure of your life, it's shotgun kills. See, this is why this is Drunk Destiny used. I am just going off because I don't care. I'm not going to edit this. Edit what? Edit this. I don't give a shit. And you guys are either going to like it or you're not. I did a drunk Battlefield series. It didn't work out so great because I don't play Battlefield. But Destiny I play, and I do drink beer from time to time. And I even put in my clan's chat, I said, hey guys, if anyone's doing anything, you got about 15 minutes before I become useless. I got no responses, and I just finished the rest of the beer that I had, and it pushed me over the edge. And I'm like, fuck it, let's do some news. Obviously, you're not here because you want to hear about Rise of Iron and factual things. There are videos out there of just this sort of thing. This is me saying, hey, I'm a diehard player of Destiny. I've heard the news. I'm really excited about it, and I'm drunk, and I can't focus. And this is the video that's coming of it. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm excited for the raid. I'm excited to see if it is Titan-based, because I do main a Titan. As you can see, Alice right here is a female Awoken Titan. I'm also excited for the Kvostov, which was the first weapon you got in the game. The exotic looks to be one of the most versatile weapons in the game. It's been touted as having over 100 different variations on the perks, which sounds really cool. And then, of course, you've got easily the biggest change to the gameplay in Destiny, which is the new artifacts, which are from the ground up. They just changed the way any subclass or class can play in Destiny. These are class agnostic, meaning that they don't care whether or not you're a Titan or a Warlock or a Hunter. You can use this. And you can exchange them between characters, making the gear infinitely more useful. You've got less stuff to level, because I don't know if these artifacts come leveled or not. I would guess not. My assumption is that they just come with that perk, and that's that. I don't know if they have light level. I don't know any of these things. This was not discussed in the article that I'm aware of. But ultimately, you can alter your Guardian either as a proactive or reactive response to the environment, other weapons. So it's good, equally good for PvP and PvE. The one I'm most excited for, honestly, is the one that reduces, or rather eliminates, your sprint lag. I know that seems really meaningless in the overall scheme of things, but I like to look for things that I'm going to use the majority of the time, and that's for me is the one, because as you can see here, I like to run everywhere because shoulder charge. And people are like, oh my god, you're gonna shoulder charge forever. What a lot of you idiots that don't like shoulder charge, or being hit with it, don't know is that you have to stop and restart your running for shoulder charge to work. Because shoulder charge only lasts so long. But that said, with all the year 2 gear coming into year 3, the MK or the Mark 44 stand-asides, which increases the duration that shoulder charge is active when you're sprinting. In other words, you can sprint for longer and have shoulder charge be active. You combine that with the aforementioned artifact. Get out of my way. And suddenly it becomes apparent why this would be such an important artifact to try. Because now you've got shoulder charge almost all the time, but not all the time. There isn't anything that would make it an eternal shoulder charge. If that were the case, even I would say that's OP. Because I'd get killed by it too. People tend to forget. If there's a subclass or a class that you just don't like fighting against, you need to remember that even that class or subclass has to fight against that subclass in the Crucible. It's not like Titans have this thing where they go, oh, well, it's a Titan, I'm not going to punch him. In fact, we're really competitive with other Titans. That's just kind of a thing. So I feel like this expansion is bringing small things to the table, but good small things. They're not reinventing the wheel, which doesn't need to be done at this point. Between the Taken King and all the tweaks between then and now, as well as the April update, as well with regard to how it looked at infusion and just a few things for quality of life, and the fact that Rise of Iron's keeping that, and then you combine that with the fact that the majority of the Bungie teams working on Destiny 2, I think the future is bright. I don't really want to comment at this point on the fact that there's a lot of story missions. There's 5 of those, and there's quest lines after that. I think they're looking to tell the story more so through the quests than try to cram everything into the story. I think a lot of stuff is coming. We just don't know everything yet. We've got a nice big broad brushstroke as to what the overall feel of the expansion is, and that is bigger than House of Wolves, smaller than Taken King, focused on the Iron Lords, and then you become an Iron Lord as part of the quest. There's no secret about that. Galahorn's back, Thorn's back, Kvostov's back. Titans might be king and queen. I don't know. But hey, tell me what you think below. What are you most excited for Rise of Iron about? When you get drunk, do you think about Destiny? What do you think about when you're drunk? Tell me below. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. And we'll see you soon. Keep on grinding. I fucked up the outro. I don't give a shit. Cheers.